Fear not, this is how my talk is introduced in the subject. And before I will start, I would like to ask you to raise your hand if you fear or maybe just don't like to share your personal data with companies or businesses. Okay, many of you, thank you. So I have a theory about those fears. So before coming here, I made small research about fears that are being fed by the public media about how companies use big data. And there are some tools who let us to track these kind of mentions. For example, celebrities are using those tools to see how popular we are. Brands to manage potential risk or to see brand lovability. I used one of these tools to understand how popular topics about shady data or inappropriate data is. So I collected many negative keywords related with big data and checked its popularity. And you know what? I found about 23 million negative articles and mentions about big data. English language only. Well, I didn't read those all. That's probably obvious, right? But many of them are written quite frightening and one-sided only. So I decided to dig a bit deeper to check the statistics. And statistics can be frightening as well, because according to the SAS, and SAS is one of the biggest data platforms, we're saying that 80% of data companies have about you and me was and probably will never be used to make improvements or changes. And it's not only the data or numbers, because if you would look into the world companies, big and well-known companies, they have failed by using data as well. And I would like to share some sounded out loud cases. So first of all, Amazon, probably everyone knows this company. So they, together with US-based clothing seller, Solid Gold Bomb Company, failed by being perfectionary with its data, by trying to automatically generate keep calm phrases on the t-shirts and sell those online. I'm not sure if you've seen it, but as a result, it appeared to be keep calm and rape a lot. The most popular phrases, right? Or keep calm and hit her. And the funny fact, and it's not so funny at all, nobody checked the results till customers became complaining about that. Or there is another case, Fail, which was made by Office Max. Office Max is again a US-based company, supplies deliveries, and they use big data to make more personalized deliveries and mails. So one person, Mike Say, got a letter, like physical one, which was addressed to Mike Say, daughter killed in a car crash. And yes, the daughter was killed in a car crash, but probably you wouldn't like to see this kind of sensitive and personal data on the mail, right? And these two cases are just few publicly noticed by the media. Imagine how many fails are managed in companies internally, or some countries specifically. So I'm wondering, have you found yourself line up with the stats and cases and thinking that, wow, big data and advanced algorithms still fails hard? Have you? To be honest, for the moment, I did too. But when I looked into my experience I have in digital advertising agency, and I know some of you quite surprised, yeah? Digital advertising agency, what do you have something to do with data? We do. We actually use big data to make more and better creative ideas, to prepare media strategies, and to understand how our clients and their clients behave. So I came up, combining my experience and all the research I made in one place. And I think you can relate with Pareto principle. So we should all agree that yes, 80% of big data in companies still fails. Some companies fail less, some companies fail more. But those 20% of successful big data usage is priceless. Those 20% of advanced big data usage makes our world running faster and faster, and our lives much easier and comfortable. And why you should think about that? Why do you should care about that? I would like you to think about a few cases. So first of all, healthcare. Big data is changing how we are diagnosed or treated. Big data is making our healthcare system much better and efficient. And medicine companies already using world data and signals to stop viral outbreaks in the regions or to stop epidemics. So we're collecting all the data to make us and our societies healthier and safer. And I know it's quite a difficult topic, medicine and etc. We always have some innovations there. So think about something simpler. Think about music. By the way, who listens to Spotify? Anyone? Okay, great. So many of you probably ever know this kind of company. So this company achieved really a lot by using data to make recommendations what you should listen to. They're preparing so many playlists in order you can enjoy it and do not spend too much time by trying to collect and make manually one. And still you can do that. And we actually found even really creative way how to use data. So we collected 2016 the most bizarre usage behaviors in Spotify. And we use it in the global ad campaign. And the headlines were like this. Dear person who listens 42 times, sorry, on Valentine's Day, what did you do? And we as well used really well the context in United Kingdom in Brexit voting day. And we collected that information and we asked, dear 3,749 people who streamed its end of the world as we know it on the day of Brexit vote, hang in there. So you can see how big data actually can be, used in different kind of situations, in medicine and in entertainment industries, right? And these cases I'm talking right now and I'm showing to you, it's not the future, actually it's nowadays, or even we can say it's history. So what's waiting for us in the future if we are talking about the big data? What actually future can bring to us? And before going there, I just must mention to you that yes, some companies have really sensitive data about us. And banks, money transferring services companies, even e-shops, we deadly need to be super protective about data we have about us. But now, just for 5 minutes, okay, for 5 minutes only, forget all the risks, forget all the bad experience and bad things you had or have the big data, and let's drill our minds with data potential. And I will share 5 random, not related between each other things about big data future. And it's not related because I'm willing you to understand how big data is changing many industries at the same time. So first of all, our smart devices will be much more smarter because of a better data collection and real-time solutions. And all our smart devices will be integrated with each other. And I will give you an example about that. Morning, your morning alarm triggers your coffee machine to prepare your favorite cup of coffee. And at the same time, same alarm will trigger your curtains to unveil and to let the sunlight in. And maybe at the same time as well, or maybe when you are in the shower, your car will turn engine on by itself because it's cold outside and it's willing to prepare and warm up. Another thing I would like to mention, our big data will become fast and actionable data. We will learn how to make hypotheses and how to analyze data based not on historical data, but on real-time data, on actionable data, what's happening right now. And I will give you again an example about that. Google Maps. I believe many of us, or almost everybody using it, right? So we will use Google Maps to go in our direction, the final spot, and we will know if it's parking there free, of charge or paid, or is there some space to put your car or not, and you will be updated till you will get to that final destination. So actionable data right now sits at the apex of our data pyramid, and it's going to change how we interact with smart devices and all environment around us. The third thing, our working environment will be stressless and more helpful. Why? Because HR specialists armed with data will be able to understand what kind of trainings do you need, when do you need them, and we will not have yearly plans or personal opinion to do that. We will use data about employees. So we will help to go through your career pathing much smoother, and we will understand the reasons behind it. So we will become like data scientists. The fourth, voice technologies. Actually, voice technology is already disrupting our market. We have Google Home, we have Amazon Echo, and other things, what's happening with voice-controlled stuff. But in the future, because of artificial intelligence, we will be able to use voice technologies with all smart devices we have. So, for example, our keyboard or other control devices will be controlled by the voice. And those devices will understand not only the keywords, not only the tone of your voice, but the meaning. So actually it will change how we interact with our smart devices a lot, and it's going to disrupt the market, how we are reacting and how we're using our voice to control things. And the fifth, the final one I want to share with you, is related with higher education. And I believe it should matter to every parent, or maybe prospect student in this hall. Why? Because big data is going to be too crucial, and should be right now crucial, to our higher education institutions, because learning should become personalized. So teachers, armed with big data, will understand and know at the right time if a student or a class as a whole understand topic or not. So they will be able to adjust all information, all material we have. And students as well will use self-learning software which will predict what we should learn further. And if we, for example, already mastered the topic, so we will be able to move forward, not waiting for a whole class. And I mentioned 5, right? But be aware, this list is actually endless. Intelligence introduced drones as human assistants in a coast lifeguard to save people's lives. Sport watching experience will be 360, and we will have totally different experience watching television. And so many things happening right now with artificial intelligence and self-driving cars, right? And all these technology advantages depends on data. Data about you. You or you. And right now, try to remember what I've said in the beginning. Try to remember those fears we have, how we are willing to ignore data requests or not willing to share it. Think about that. So we all have right for our data. And I agree, and soon we will be able to, control our data better because of data regulation we will have soon, next year in European Union. But think about yourself. Think about us. We are ignoring data requests, but it's driving revolution. Your data creating the future. And actually, it's not your data, it's you who is responsible and who drives revolution. You who create the future. And yes, the future can be scary sometimes, but those advantages wouldn't be possible without your data. And I keep thinking that fear to share your personal data is like fear of being yourself. So are you? I want to believe, and I wish you are not. Thank you very much.